Doma Sports Talk worldwide with some news from the world of boxing. So y'all know what time it is. You ain't in a rush to get concussed. Now hey, Lomachenko, Vasyl Lomachenko, a bad boy, got the foot movements, pivoting, got you make you miss, combinations on you, then he's dead and he ain't there no more. The Matrix, right? Right? Come in his first fight. Okay, they gave him a championship fight. Okay, he lost it, but that's okay. Come back, second fight, try to do a little bit better. Got a couple of championship fights early in his career, but it's all about his amateur career being so exemplary that people, put him in the upper echelons of all-time greats at the beginning of his career. Some people even said, like a Teddy Atlas, best fight he ever seen, right? Best fight he ever seen. I'm talking about 6, 7 fights. The superlatives are hurled his way. Lomachenko. And Lomachenko ain't bad now. You know what I'm saying? He just kind of, we can go overboard. I'm just reading the article because Lomachenko about to get in the ring with George Kambosos, and they're going to fight on I think May 10th, but May something, right? They're about to throw down. And Kambosos just kind of a little pissed because, he's just, ain't nobody, I don't got no chance up in here, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Just disregard Kambosos like he didn't really beat Teofimo Lopez. You know what I'm saying? And then, Teofimo Lopez get all the excuses, So, Kambosos got the ass, and he should, a little bit. Come on, a little respect up in here. But his last fight was just, marginal. Some people said he lost the fight. I don't know about all that. But, it was a close fight. But George Kambosos deserves a little respect up in here. It ain't like, some one-way traffic against Lomachenko. But if I had to say who's going to win the fight, I would go with Lomachenko. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But George Kambosos, can we agree on toughness? Because the Teofimo Lopez on that night was not all that what people are saying, like he was hurt and he was, all this stuff was wrong with him. Because if you did watch the first 3 rounds, right? Watch the first, how he came out trying to knock George Kambosos' head off in round 1, but got countered with a right, and then he had to get it, respect them, right? But this is what it is. The point is, I'm reading an article about, Lomachenko, and they say Lomachenko's arguably undefeated. First thing that come to my mind, I'll guarantee you, people that know me will tell you what came to my mind. And that was like, if Lomachenko's arguably undefeated, then first of all, I want to be there on the day that people are arguing that point, right? That's first. Secondly, is this didn't show us Jermaine Ortiz. Okay, can we argue that? Since we're going to argue could be supposed to be undefeated, right? Let's argue. We're going to be arguing. Because if you're going to argue that Lomachenko should be undefeated. So you're saying Salido didn't beat him, right? But I know people will be like, well, it was them roughhousing tactics and the low blows. You know what I'm saying? Well, hey, welcome to the pros. Low blows goes in the pros. You know what I'm saying? It is what it was. Salido ain't going to beat you on talent. He going to beat you on roughness. That was his plan, right? So and then you didn't you didn't readdress it. Now, Lomachenko did some stuff by beating Walters. Although Walters, if Teofimo Lopez have an excuse for losing to George Kambosos, then Nicholas Walters has a real excuse for losing to Lomachenko. I ask you guys, implore you guys to check that out. Okay? But that's just one thing. But it's still a good win because that name, Nicholas Walters, and when he beat Nicholas Walters, was something, right? And Walters had done some things. And then beat Gary Russell Jr. Okay, that's an awesome win. Gary Russell got some excuses too. Ain't nobody trying to listen. You know what I mean? But whatever. Lomachenko, had lost to Salido, right? Lomachenko lost to Teofimo Lopez, right? Everybody got some excuses. Have you noticed? Everybody lost. There's going to be some excuses. Lomachenko has some excuses there, but didn't he lose to Teofimo Lopez? Or no, not really. Then he lost to Devin Haney. That's a close fight. Everybody, that's a close fight. But did you do enough to beat the champion? A dehydrated, lost too much weight champion, right? Not really. But okay, if you're going to argue that, then let's just go right there so we can make sure Jermaine Ortiz arguably beat Lomachenko. And I dare you to score the fight. Because I scored it twice. I went back and scored it twice when it happened. I remember. And because what they would tell you, like one of our presidential candidates says, open in daylight, just keep saying stuff and people will believe it one day. That's what he says. That's why he does that. You know, election is stolen, whatever. I'm just gonna keep saying it, and people will start believing it. So what they were saying in this fight was Lomachenko came on at the end, and he was just won all the last rounds. Well, watch the last 4 rounds and tell me if that's what really happened. It isn't. And the early rounds, Jermaine Ortiz was in his ass. Okay, that's what's up. So score that fight objectively. You don't like neither one of these fighters, and score that damn fight. Jermaine Ortiz, arguably, because we're talking about arguably now, stuff you can argue. Jermaine Ortiz can arguably say he beat your boy Lomachenko. And he damn sure can say he beat Teofimo Lopez. He schooled him. Now, did he beat him up? No, he just schooled him. And Teofimo Lopez is known for athleticism, fast hands, combination, getting in and getting out, good footwork, all that stuff. No, I have better footwork, I'm faster, I fought you southpaw the whole damn fight, and I schooled you. And we ain't celebrating that. No, because Jermaine Ortiz looks a little bit like me. I'm talking about, we'd have been talking about Jermaine Ortiz as Lomachenko too, if he was Lomachenko. You know what I'm saying? So since we're going to argue that Lomachenko is undefeated, let's just argue that Jermaine Ortiz is undefeated at the same damn time, and maybe they can fight again and see who's who. Let's try that. Doma Sports Talk Worldwide. And I'm about to here, y'all.